Good morning from Fast Company. Here's our daily look into what's driving today's creative business leaders. Who discovered the light bulb? If you answered Thomas Edison, you're not alone, and you're also not quite right. Despite conventional wisdom that associates great inventions with lone geniuses, breakthrough inventions are team efforts. Incandescent light bulbs existed before Edison was born. His patent built on prior versions of the light bulb, aiming to make it practical and affordable. Even then, it wasn't a solo achievement. Edison collaborated with a team of skilled collaborators known as the Muckers, whose contributions have largely faded from memory. Yet it was Edison's name on the patent, and that's the version of history that stuck. We're suckers for lone genius narratives like Edison's, the brilliant scientist, the fearless military general, or the savvy CEO. The version of history we glean from popular books, movies, and the internet attributes greatness to single individuals. But individual greatness is rarely the whole story. Research shows that teams are the main creators of new knowledge across most industries. New ideas don't emerge fully formed from the mind of a single person. It takes collaboration and teamwork to develop them to their full potential. In reality, the engine behind sustained success, whether in science, business, or government, isn't a singular mind. It's a well-designed team. We tend to over-attribute both success and failure to individuals. Psychologists call this the fundamental attribution error. We explain people's behavior by their traits rather than their context. If a product flops, we blame the CEO. If a startup takes off, the founder is a genius. We rarely ask about the teams that surround them. It gets worse. Even inside groups, people regularly overestimate their own contributions to collective endeavors. In one study, researchers asked each team member to estimate what percentage of the group's success they were responsible for. The total? A whopping 235%. That's a lot more than 100%. Our individualistic tendencies lead us to build groups and organizations around the wrong assumptions. If you believe success comes from star individuals, you hire stars and hope for fireworks. But for complex problems, and most of our work now is complex, it takes more knowledge and skill than any individual has to solve it. That's why we need to put the conditions in place for individuals to combine and build on what each alone can bring. We live in an era that celebrates ideas, TED Talks, startup pitches, visionary founders. But ideas don't execute themselves, and many great ideas die in bad teams. The reverse is also true. A good team can turn a mediocre idea into something extraordinary, not because they're smarter, but because they're structured to think together better. The great innovations and businesses of today were never built by a solitary lone genius. For all the credit Steve Jobs gets, he couldn't have built Apple and its collaborative innovation engine without the help of his co-founders and teammates. As you dig deeper into stories of great innovations, you almost always find a great team just under the surface. The next time you're tempted to credit a lone genius, remember the people behind the curtain, the collaborators, the editors, the dissenters, the ones who made the idea better or made it real. Good ideas matter, but good teams matter more. That's all today from Fast Company. Talk to you tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.